Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. Well, once again, more proof to show you how much of a clown Joe Biden really is. Yeah, we told you not to trust this guy, and the people who did are clowns themselves. Remember when he said that he was going to promise that he's going to send stimulus checks up to $2,000? He lied. He's already not going to give reparations to black people. So now he's betraying basically everybody. A betrayal. Georgia voters engaged after Democrats' promise of 2,000 checks becomes 1,400 under Biden's stimulus plan. Yeah, remember when Creepy Joe, Jim Crow Joe, was saying that he was going to pass $2,000. Well, now some of us are only going to get 14,000, and they're saying that that 14,000 is supposed to be added to the 600,000, and that is what's going to make 2,000. What kind of stupid stuff? Did you know that not everyone got their $600 though? So that means the people who didn't get the 600 are only going to get the 1,400, and they may not even get neither stimulus plan. They may not get neither. So I guess he couldn't say that because he knew that if he said it that way, then he was not going to get the votes that he needed to help the two Georgia senators to win their election. But now the people of Georgia and perhaps all of America feel betrayed. He hasn't even been the president for 100 days. Hell, not even a week, and he's already betraying the American people. He's betraying a lot of people. President-elect Joe Biden released his long-awaited stimulus proposal last Thursday that contained an auspicious provision for millions of Americans expecting additional 2,000 stimulus checks. Instead of that long-promised amount, Biden's proposal only calls for an addition to 1,400 stimulus payments. Georgia voters who recently delivered the Democratic Party control of the U.S. Senate by electing Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff says they feel betrayed, let down, and outraged at what NBC Peacock host Mehdi Hasan has termed Biden's first broken campaign promise. Yes, he's breaking a lot of campaign promises. Oh, by the way, this article is from Mediaite. I forgot to mention that. Mediaite.com. So yeah, your Jim Crow Joe, Creepy Joe, Sleepy Joe is already breaking promises. Oscar Zora voted for the Democratic Party slate during the recent Senate runoff elections. He lives in Haram, Georgia, just outside of Powder Springs. A Democratic voter in the typically red 14th congressional district, which is currently represented by QAnon rep Marjorie Taylor Greene. Sarah says that Georgians in the 14th were spurred on to vote more Democrat than usual this year, due in part to the promise of $2,000 checks by Warnock and Ossoff. The last few weeks heading towards the runoff election, especially after Trump endorsed the 2,000 payment. See, that's another thing. As much as I hate Donald Trump, He was the one that proposed 2,000. It was really McConnell who was against it. But apparently now Joe Biden. Warnock and Ossoff made it a point to endorse and exclusively say $2,000 checks. Said a lot of people in my district voted blue in the runoff for two main reasons. One, Loeffler and Perdue denying us relief during COVID while providing millionaires themselves, and two, $2,000 checks. They really underestimated just how much people are hurting economically, Sara added, referring to the Democrats who he views as regional on their reneging on their own word. Democrats on the campaign trail repeatedly referenced $2,000 checks during the final stage of the Senate runoff, immediately seizing upon the populist issue after President Donald Trump threatened to veto the most recent stimulus package, in part over a professed belief that the $600 payment were not generous enough. And he was right. Like I said, do not like Trump. I despise Trump. I'm kind of glad he's out. However, he did say that he wanted to give the people more money than $1,200. Remember, we got that stimulus check. And he believed that 600. He wanted to add the 2,000 to the 600. But then again, we wanted to put Creepy Joe in, and he's already breaking promises. He was breaking promises before he even sworn in. I don't know where President Trump has been for the last 8 months, while his allies in the U.S. Senate have been blocking this relief, Ossoff said the same night the 45th president. Oh, by the way, I believe this article was before the inauguration, but still, it's important. I'm reading this article anyway because it's important to know that we cannot trust Joe Biden on anything, and we need to call him out. We need to fight against him. We need to go after him. We need to call him out. Trump is as very erratic and all over the place, but on this point tonight, he's right. 600 is a joke. They should send $2,000 checks to the American people right now because people are hurting. Other countries, do you know that they do monthly checks because of the pandemic? This is other countries, but here in the United States, the so-called richest country in the world, we're getting nothing. Well, poor people are getting nothing. Millionaires, they're getting everything. Millionaires and billionaires, they're getting everything. We get nothing. Trump made that threat on December 22nd. He quickly buckled and signed the stimulus into law on December 27th. Eventually, he decided $600 was better than no money at all. And a lot of people kind of agreed that 600 was better than nothing, but they still fought to try to add $2,000 checks in a third stimulus. Sensing a golden opportunity and a winning issue, continued their pitch for the $2,000 checks in Georgia. CNN article from January 4th recounted an election eve rally in Atlanta for Warnock and Ossoff ran with the following headline. Biden said electing Georgia's Ossoff and Warnock would lead to $2,000 stimulus checks. A Spectrum News article from January 4th detailing that that same event is titled Biden to Georgia's voters, elect Ossoff, Warnock for $2,000 stimulus check. In Georgia, Democrats closed with populist pitch vowing $2,000 stimulus check, declaring the headline of an NBC News article from January 5th gain focus on the 11th hour campaign swing by Warnock and Ossoff, and the president-elect. Well, now he's the official president of the United States, Joe Biden. And Georgia voters, for their part, believe that the $2,000 checks actually meant something in the effect of a check or helicopter drop payment of $2,000. Rachel Cron is a left-wing organizer and broadcaster from Atlanta, Georgia. She reluctantly voted for Biden because the Peach State swung low enough for Democrats to capture in 2020. Khan pointed out, however, she voted enthusiastically in both the general and runoff elections for Warnock and Ossoff because of the immeasurable hatred for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. See, another thing is, do not vote just because you hate someone. Make sure you're voting for something, for a person who's going to be for something. Franklin, I just wanted them to feel sad, she added, referring to the outgoing GOP senators. While generally skeptical of the Democratic Party as a vehicle for progress, Khan said that expectations from Georgia voters was that Biden and the two winning Senate candidates have sincerely promised them $2,000 checks. In my opinion, as a person who does marketing, advertising, and public communications as my job, I would confidently say their messaging apply an additional $2,000, not $2,000 minus $600. She told Mediaite, while calling the backtracking on the stimulus amount and Joe Biden's apparent embrace of austerity politicals bad. Khan, who was born and raised in Georgia, said she wasn't particularly surprised Democrats are now mounting a fine print effort to explain away those earlier promises. See, they're trying to run. In other words, she is saying that they're trying to run away from their promises. They're trying to make excuses for breaking their promises. Other Georgia voters and organizers weren't so sanguine about the Democrats' quick vote face on the meaning of $2,000 checks. Ralola Loring, who hailed from Atlanta's canvassed numerous Georgia voters as part of once service industry union massive outreach program on behalf of the Democratic Party during the Senate run. I was on the ground and I knocked over 1,000 doors, he told Mediaite in an interview. At the doors, I was literally telling people $2,000 checks. Okay, 2K checks, whatever it says. You can rely on this. I'm a man of principle and morals, and I feel like shit. It says that on the article. I lied to them. I was lying to them the whole time. I was lying to people that were relying on this at the time. I didn't know it was a lie, but that was not the reality. See, he didn't want to lie on the people. No, he wasn't purposely trying to lie. He was saying that he heard that Joe Biden was promising $2,000, and that's what he was telling the people. But now that Joe Biden is backtracking, now he feels like he had lied to the people just to get people to vote. And he feels bad about it. Because he didn't, like I said, he didn't purposely lie. He felt like he was really lying to them by accident because he saw what Joe Biden was promising. And now he feels like a liar when Joe Biden, creepy Joe Biden, backtracked on his promise. Lorries constantly reiterated that many Georgian voters feel taken advantage, but crestfallen because there's intentionally nothing they can do about the Democratic Party's abrupt reversal on the amount of direct aid currently being proposed. This is pretty much a betrayal of the working class, he said. I know people are pissed off about it. Laura's continued, people are very mad about it. We are so on our knees as a country. We don't have much leverage. The working class, small businesses who are getting hammered. I'm pissed off. Everyone's pissed off. Union workers are pissed off. It's sad. It's absurd. It's disgusting. But there's not much people can do. See, we warned people about the creepy Joe Biden. We warned about Jim Crow Joe and his evil ways. But some people didn't listen. During Biden's last-minute pitch to Peach State voters, the incoming president promised that $2,000 checks will go out the door in the event that his fellow Democrats defeat their GOP rivals. Video of the apparently flexible promise has since gone viral in that aftermath of probable online outrage. Promise made by Warnock and Ossoff are being highlighted as well. I heard some videos and ads are going after Joe Biden for lying. A popular video shared by independent journalist Anoin Higgins began with Ossoff saying, "We will be able to pass $2,000 stimulus checks for the people next week when we win these races in Georgia and get economic relief directly into the bank accounts of the people who are suffering right now." Alright, these are just some of the images. A second clip from above videos, Spike Biden speaking directly to Georgia voters, reiterating his support for checks in the amount of $2,000 by electing John. This is talking about by electing John the Reverend. You can make immediate difference in our lives and the lives of the people across the country. The president-elect, like I said, this article was really before the inauguration, but it's important that we read this now regardless, because their election will put an end to the blocks in Washington on that $2,000 stimulus check, that money that will go out the door immediately to help people who are in trouble. I'm not going to read too much of this article. I just only needed to read the key stuff. But if you want to read the rest of the article, I'll leave a link to this article for you to watch in your own time. But this shows you right there, we can't trust politicians. We can't trust clowns like Joe Biden, creepy Joe Biden. He's broken a lot of promises, and it's not even been 100 days. He's just been in office, and he has already broken a lot of promises. Remember, this is the same guy who got innocent black people locked up with that 1994 crime bill that was only meant to hurt black people. And there's all their lies from him. But you had some of these bootlegs, some of these sellouts, and some of these idiots saying, we need to vote for Biden. He's better than Trump. He's better than Trump. I think not. I think he's exactly just like Trump, but different. And he's a more kinder traitor, white supremacist. But here's the thing. I don't want a kinder white supremacist. I want someone who's not a white supremacist or a racist or a sellout. I don't want or a liar. And that's exactly what Joe Biden is. He lied to the people. He's a liar. And he's going to cause a lot of harm, just like Trump did, in the next 4 years. But I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Write down in the comment section what y'all think about this liar, this clown, creepy Joe Biden. or I should call him Creepy Ho Biden, because he's nothing but a freaking liar. He is going to cause a lot of damage to a lot of people. But like I said, I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Write down in the comment section what you think. Be careful how you write your comments, because YouTube is censoring comments that they don't like. So be careful how you write your comments. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification. And remember to share this video. I really need everyone to share this video, because it shows the lies of Creepy Joe Biden. But that's all I have to say for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching. I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.